Have you ever held a coin and felt like you were holding a piece of American history in your palm? Not just currency, but a living, breathing story molded in metal, carrying tales of courage, innovation, and identity. That's exactly what the 2000 Sacagawea Dollar Coin represents. It's more than just $1. It's an enduring symbol of Native American strength, the vision of a new millennium, and the spirit of a young mother who led an impossible journey. The year 2000 marked the beginning of a new era. A time of anticipation, of digital evolution, of uncertainty. And in this new era, the United States Mint decided to retire the long-running Susan B. Anthony dollar coin and replace it with something revolutionary. A coin that would not only be functional but memorable. The result? The golden-colored Sacagawea Dollar Coin. But why Sacagawea? What did she represent to the American people, and how did her story come to be etched on the face of a coin that would soon be circulated across the nation? To understand the coin, we need to understand the woman behind it. Sacagawea was a Lemhi Shoshone woman born around 1788. As a young girl, she was kidnapped by a rival tribe and later sold into marriage to a French-Canadian fur trader named Toussaint Charbonneau. Her life could have faded into obscurity, like many indigenous women of that era. But history had other plans. In 1804, Lewis and Clark, two American explorers tasked by President Thomas Jefferson to chart the vast, unknown Louisiana Territory, hired Charbonneau as an interpreter. Sacagawea, pregnant at the time, accompanied her husband on the expedition. But as history has shown, she did much more than follow. She became an irreplaceable guide, translator, and symbol of peace throughout the journey. Carrying her infant son Jean Baptiste on her back, she traveled thousands of miles through rugged wilderness, icy rivers, and towering mountains. And now, nearly 2 centuries later, the U.S. Mint chose her, not a general, not a president, but a young Native American mother, as the face of its new millennium dollar coin. The Sacagawea dollar was designed with deliberate beauty and historical respect. The obverse of the coin features a profile of Sacagawea, her infant son Jean Baptiste resting peacefully on her back. Her gaze is strong, dignified, and serene, looking slightly over her shoulder into the distance, as if surveying the future. Artist Glenna Goodacre, who sculpted this image, worked meticulously to ensure authenticity. She hired a 22-year-old college student, Randiel Teton, a Shoshone Bannock woman, as the model. It was the first time a Native American woman, designed by a Native American model, appeared on U.S. currency. The coin's reverse initially featured a soaring bald eagle, symbolizing freedom and national pride, surrounded by 17 stars, each representing a state in the Union at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The design was crafted by U.S. Mint engraver Thomas D. Rogers, Sr. Struck from a unique composition of manganese brass, the Sacagawea dollar gleamed with a golden hue, setting it apart from other coins in circulation. While it wasn't made of gold, the alloy gave it a regal, radiant finish, a tribute to its noble subject. But here's the twist. Those Cheerios dollars are now some of the most valuable Sacagawea coins in existence. Why? Because they weren't just any dollar coins. The Mint sent out early versions that had a slightly different reverse design. The eagle feathers on the tail were more detailed than the ones eventually used in general circulation. These subtle differences went unnoticed at first, but numismatists, ever the detail hunters, quickly realized their significance. Today, a genuine Cheerios dollar can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. Let's talk a little more about the economics and value of these coins today. Most standard 2000 Sacagawea dollars, those that circulated, are still worth around face value, $1. But their value increases if they're in pristine, uncirculated condition, or if they have mint errors or come from special editions. For example, a 2000p Cheerios dollar in mint state can sell for over $5,000. A proof version from the San Francisco Mint can range from a few dollars to a few hundred, depending on its condition and rarity. And collector sets, such as the Millennial Coin and Currency Set, which paired a Sacagawea dollar with a $1 bill and commemorative packaging, are sought after for their historical and nostalgic appeal. But again, the coin's worth goes far beyond monetary value. It stands as one of the few coins in American history that so beautifully merges cultural representation, artistic craftsmanship, and historical storytelling. So, next time you come across a golden dollar coin dated 2000, take a second to admire it. Look into the eyes of Sacagawea. Think about the journey she took, through mountains, rivers, and hardship, not just with her people, but in American memory. And then think about the journey this coin has taken, from a box of Cheerios to high-end auctions, from skeptical cashiers to passionate collectors, from an underutilized currency to a cultural artifact. That's the story of the 2000 Sacagawea dollar coin, not just minted in metal, but forged in meaning.